Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Stupid, 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 stupid. First sale in the books.
Yes, welcome to the disaster zone that is after the sale's done and we're all tired.
I just figured this would be a good time to kind of reflect and show our audience kind of more behind the scenes and just kind of go over your thoughts and feelings about how the grand opening went. First and foremost though, just like, okay, why is the sign behind you? Smushing the cameras. Do you want to explain that to us?
Let's see, we had a
accident?
tactical error.
A tactical?
Yeah, the hoopla took a nosedive, followed by the
Almost
jump.
On my head, by the
Yeah.
way. I just wanted to point that out.
It was we ran out of time to safely adhere it to the wall. So that would be a don't do that.
Don't do that.
You should adhere things to the wall.
But overall though, I mean, how did you feel like it went?
I thought it went really well, and
Okay.
it went pretty seamlessly. I mean, we had a few technical things that popped up, but I feel like we handled them,
Yeah.
and we were as prepared as one can be.
Yeah.
And the town of Red Wing and the Chamber of Commerce and all the other businesses were like amazing to deal with. It ended up being an awesome day. And then you end up being one-handed. So
Yeah, can you explain why you're in a, what happened today? Or it didn't happen
I found
today.
out today that that did feel
You
bad.
shouldn't have done that.
I shouldn't have done that. I fractured my wrist.
Yeah. So
Moving the furniture in.
So can you imagine trying to set up for a sale with a fractured wrist?
And I did that, not knowing it was fractured.
Right.
So
Naturally.
the doctor said, yeah, you probably could have come in a little earlier.
Because you were like, ow, why does my wrist hurt? And then
Right.
you're like, huh,
Right.
it's fine. It's just a sprain.
Right. So I learned, don't pick up heavy furniture with your wrist.
Yeah.
It's just the wrists aren't.
Definitely use your back. Never use your legs when you're picking up heavy furniture.
Right.
I gotta say, I personally did not expect that many customers.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
It was constant.
Oh, you guys are finally open. I had that question so many times the first day, like, oh, you guys are
That's
finally
the thing.
open.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I've been looking through in the window and I've just been counting down the days, and
I know, that was so awesome.
that
to
was
hear.
really cool.
One thing we learned
Yeah.
is that you should make sure when you have your cash drawers that you have the keys for them. So
Well, you didn't have the cash drawer keys?
we had moved out of the barn and put everything in storage, and we found the cash drawers like 2 days before the sale without the keys. So he found this one on Marketplace, which we made use, but
Did you drive like 40 minutes to go get that?
He did.
Yeah.
and this I had bought at an auction and had as just as a fun. It's an antique.
So you're actually keeping money in there?
Oh yes, we did. Does it close? Not
No.
really.
Does it lock?
Does it lock?
No.
Not really.
Not really.
And I had another one, which was even cuter in the front, way cuter. But the back was open, and so people could have just pushed their hand through it and stole
just-
money. So we decided not to go because we found
We're gonna replace it. Don't worry.
you can order the keys online.
Wait, really?
So we had 2 cash drawers at home full of cash from previous sales.
So you literally had like ransom money for yourself.
Right, and
Just
then
sitting there.
Not tons of cash, but some cash.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend. As cute as they are.
They are pretty cute.
Yeah, this needs to be redone again.
What issue did this present
So
itself?
we learned, as cute as this is,
Yeah.
it is not big enough. This is what it is to own a business and
Yeah.
the day after. So what we learned is we need a better flow.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of people walking back and forth. I gotta say, scanning. You
Yeah.
gotta invest in the scanning. We did not have that at the barn, and we have to put in SKUs, and it took so long.
Yeah. Okay, like this teacup, for example. You can see on this teacup, we've got like the SKU written on there, and obviously no barcode. That comparatively to just literally taking the scanner gun and shooting it at the
Oh,
barcode, so
night and day.
huge difference.
This I would recommend.
Maybe
Okay.
not the wired one. I would
We have
get
a wireless. I would
get the wireless.
so get this one.
Yeah.
This one was cheaper, and that's why I got it. So what I would recommend if you want to do the Square system is investing. I mean, these are not Square system cash boxes. These
No,
are just
they're just the stands that you put iPads in.
no. The cash boxes you can do cheap. I mean, this was
Oh.
obviously Marketplace.
Are you saying like?
then-
Are you saying to invest in the cash box that automatically opens,
You
or?
can. You don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, I can say that you can decide what you want to invest your money in, and I would invest in the stand.
Mm-hmm.
You can find these cheap. The stand worked out really well when they work.
Yeah, like because
But-
this one in particular, the two like tap to pay things on the sides here, these did not work at all.
For whatever reason. So, what you should do before you start is
Make sure all the tap stuff
right,
works.
and we should have done
Which we
that.
didn't
Like
do.
we had, I think we looked at that one, and I just assumed this one worked.
I don't know. I know.
There are flies in
Okay,
here.
that's another thing I was going to mention. The flies in here.
Okay, however, the thing was, it was super hot outside.
It was.
And if you open up the door, people go by and they're like, ooh, it's cool in there. It welcomed people in. It welcomed in tons of flies, like everywhere. There was a contest of who could kill the most flies. Those are some of the things that went really well and some of the things that didn't. So we're gonna get a new, longer checkout stand. Oh, and then the other thing that we really thought was a great idea and it just didn't work is we have holds because people want to create piles, but the natural instinct is people always go to their right.
To the right.
And we had our hold station on our left. A huge pile over here.
Yeah, literally just like people just would put things on the ground here.
And so we
or
have
like
to
on this
remember
table.
who was what. So we got to
Yeah.
refine that process. And one person came, it was a customer, had a great idea where you get...
Was it a deck of playing cards, right?
Yeah, and you give them like the King of Hearts and you keep the King of Hearts. And so you know which pile is there. So that's one thing that we need to get better at next time. Otherwise it was just tons of stuff over here and
I
trying
agree.
to figure out whose was what.
The other thing I think too, when I was cashiering, is I think we need taller bags because we have like the bags are width is not the problem. Oh, it's fine. Width wasn't the problem. It was just the fact that items would stick out the top and then you couldn't grab the handles of them.
That's a very good thing, yeah. Very true.
The other thing too, and I don't know, I guess we could look into this, was kind of getting hoopla junk somehow on the bags themselves.
Yeah.
Like even if we just use like a stencil and some like can
Stamp.
of like a stamp or something,
Stamp.
or a sticker.
Because you can go on Etsy.
Yeah, and buy something like that.
Yeah, but what I do is every time I get something on Amazon
Yeah.
or whatever, I save all of my...
Yeah, that's smart.
And I reuse everything.
Yeah. What are some like fun moments that
It
you
was
had?
really fun because one of our awesome vendors is a photographer, happens to be his wife, and she had a free drawing. And it was so fun to see people read it and they go, oh, ooh, I get a free, and it was all age ranges from young moms with little kids to a grandma, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's my dream come true to have a photo shoot, and she was super excited. That was just fun to see, I don't know, part of a way of giving back to the community and people being excited. And I think there were just people who were really positive and were excited to see you. We all worked so hard on this, so it's fun to get some positive feedback.
Absolutely. Oh, we had a...
Someone died, or someone...
What?
Not died.
Someone died?
No! Oh, our little
Oh,
pitcher.
it died! I just
Our
saw
little
that
pitcher
happen.
bit the dust.
No.
I know. Ooh.
What are we unwrapping, by the way? What is this?
Oh, these are all the inventory from the barn. Okay, so that was the thing that, if I could do it all over again, which worked really, really well, is we had inventory that was already priced, and I could just grab it and fill all of the empty spots. So what I learned is people always, they come into the front door, and they just naturally want to go to their right-hand side. So that's kind of what they did. One place that people always stop, because if you have a shop and people have to check out and maybe it takes a little bit of time, you really want something for them just to kind of glimpse as while they're waiting. Everybody stopped here at my jewelry bar.
I was shocked at how many people bought jewelry.
Yeah, it's actually really...
It's very picked over since
it's a lot sold. So
Yeah.
it was kind of fun because they could just come and pick whatever they wanted and buy a chain. A lot of people didn't buy a chain, they just bought a lot of charms. It is just really picked over. So this spot worked out really well.
During the sale, we had lemonade right here.
Oh, that was like a huge hit.
That was a huge hit.
I would say any business where if you have just something where they get to sit, it just kind of gets them to stay a little bit longer, and then they talk to other people, and I don't know, they seem to really like that. So I'd highly recommend it because it's, you know, it's not that expensive.
It's not that hard to do.
As a
It
business.
costs maybe like $30 a lemonade or something, and
And
you
so
know.
in the wintertime, we always did hot cider. People always loved put a cinnamon clove in there, and
yeah.
when we were at the bar, people always loved it, and it smelled really good.
I had a few people ask me like, oh, how much does the lemonade cost? And I'm like, $0.00. And they looked at me like they had won the lottery or something.
Right, because it was hot.
It was really hot, yeah,
was,
and muggy
like,
and
super
gross.
muggy.
That was another thing too, is like we bought a bunch of Febreze.
So it smelled really.
So it
people
smelled
would
really
walk
good, and
in
people walked in and they would be like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. What did you guys
Right.
do? We're
They
like,
didn't want a candle burning. I'm always worried about.
yeah, fires.
Thanks for watching our first grand opening and all the lessons that we learned. And stay tuned next time. You're going to see what sold and what didn't sell. And we might have a few surprises in there. Like and subscribe, and try not to break your wrist. See you next time.